Previously on Civitanum 7.
Then I hear you've conned your way into stealing another ship?
Did you forget that I know what you've done?
I've only ever done what's best for our planet.
Yes, Father, because Earth is yours.
You're damn right it's mine.
Did you get what you needed?
We've managed to stay undetected so far, but will not be able to for much longer.
What's going on? Nathan, did you bring that thing aboard my station? Nathan, you have no idea what you've done.
Open fire!
What? No! They fired at me.
They were ordered to. It seems your father's secrets are more important to him than his family.
Prim, what info were you able to get from the station?
Your father has detailed plans and descriptions of the war station. We must enter from the lower ventilation duct.
Okay, hold on. There's still no way we're gonna do this on our own. We need to contact the rebellion. I only know of one of them that I can get in touch with. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really looking forward to getting back in touch. Guess we're going to Faelorian.
Hail and well met. Welcome to Faelorian.
I hate this place.
You have accessed Civitanum 7, a space-time probe of the Centuit, sent to tell our story. This is the accumulated knowledge and history of the most technologically advanced society in the known universe. Ed Stewart's defining contribution to humanity was the warp stream engine. But his true financial success began with luxury passenger ships. Before warp travel, a trip to Mars took at least 72 hours, going the maximum speed possible at the time. So, Ed Stewart created cruise ships designed to make the journey as desirable as the destination. A week-long round trip to see the majesty of Mars was the vacation everyone wanted to take. Soon, spending weeks to months aboard a luxury ship to Jupiter or Saturn became something to brag about amongst the wealthiest on Earth. Once humanity was capable of warp speed, however, Ed pursued his next business venture: massive space stations that orbited the planets of Earth's solar system. He called them station destinations. People could take a trip that took minutes as opposed to days and spend weeks aboard a marvel of engineering with a view that could not be rivaled on Earth. For those not interested in views, each station destination also included a fantasy experience, allowing guests with enough credits to live out their wildest dreams. The station orbiting Venus offered the celebrity experience, where privileged guests could live like the rich and famous. The one orbiting Mars offered the experience of being a superhero or villain, depending on your preference. But the station Nathan has found himself on board is one for a much more eclectic crowd.
This is the Dragon's Flagon. This serves as Faelorian's inn and tavern. Once you've settled in, you may want to purchase provisions.
Thank you. Think we've got it from here.
Well, if you need anything, look for the blue robes. Anyone donning these robes will help guide you on your quest.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Do you know a Fenty?
Apologies, that name is not familiar to me. Well, if you need anything, look for the blue robes.
Yeah, I figured.
Anyone donning...
Farewell, robot.
What is this place?
This is what got my father from rich to filthy rich. This is a fantasy station. There's about a dozen or so of them spread throughout the solar system, each with its own theme. Among my favorites are the Chicago Mobster Station, called the Chi-Town Station, and the Retro Futurism Station, based on what people from the past thought the future would be like. But this station is the most fantasy of fantasy stations. This is Faelorian, a place of dragons, fairies, goblins.
Come hither, my lady, and bless my day with your lovely visage.
And nerds.
Hey, can we fight some goblins or something? I'm getting bored just watching you talk to fake girls.
Fine, just give me like 15 minutes, or, I don't know, 5.
Hey fellas, do either of you happen to know who Fenty is?
Is that a side quest? I haven't heard of it. What's the loot?
Okay, well, do you know if any of these villagers are real people and not robots?
What's wrong with you? You're destroying the illusion. Come on, Alestra. Let us feast and perhaps get to know each other better.
Fine. I'm gonna go fight in the arena until you're done.
What is the purpose of this place?
It's for people who are into this kind of thing to live out their fantasies of fighting dragons and getting the girl, but without the risk of injury or rejection.
Because they are all robots.
Well, yeah, everyone besides the customers. Excuse me, is anyone working here a real person? Hey, cease all motor functions. Anything? No?
Hey, please stop. You're ruining the illusion for our guests.
Are you a real person?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I'm looking for Fenty.
You mean Dr. Fenty. Why would you want to see him?
Doctor? Well, that's new. Well, park employee, the reason I need to speak to Dr. Fenty is none of your business. All I need from you is how to find him.
First off, I'm not allowed to let anyone behind the veil. Second of all, I have a name and it's...
I have a name too, bud. It's Nathan Stewart.
What? Are you serious? Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll definitely take you to him right away. Please follow me.
How much power your name has. Is this what humans call humility?
Okay, that's enough.
I'm sorry, sir.
Nothing, don't worry about it. Oh man, I forgot about the smell.
That's Dr. Fenty's lab. The bioprinters give off a burning smell. That and, well, Dr. Fenty. You do know about his diet, right?
Yes, he eats raw flesh. He's an Erechidon. I'll take it from here. Thank you.
Dr. Fenty doesn't like uninvited...
That'll be all. Thank you.
How often must I tell you fools I do not abide interruptions?
How about pleasant surprises?
Nathan! Well, this is definitely a surprise. It remains to be seen if it's a pleasant one. Come to poke the monster again. Does your father know you're here?
No, he doesn't. And I'd like to keep it that way if you don't mind.
That's perfectly fine by me.
So, you're calling yourself Doctor now? What brought that on?
Well, if I am to be derelict surrounded by humans, I might as well earn a title they understand. It wasn't like I had to strain myself to do it. Your so-called higher learning establishments are laughable. Ha! I assume you're here because you want something. I don't recall ever having a visitor here that came from my company.
I need a connection with some of your old friends.
Really? Now that is interesting. I know you're aware that I betrayed them, gave several of them up to the authorities. Why do you think I would know how to get in contact with them?
Because you're slimy and skeezy and no backdoors to everything.
I can't fault you for that logic. You are correct. I do know how to get in touch with them, but I have no guarantees they'll reply. If you're here to get in touch with the rebellion, you really must be getting into some serious trouble.
If that's true, maybe it's best you know as little as possible, for your own sake. Wouldn't want to ruin this good thing you've got going here.
Good thing. Good thing? I am the leading expert in bioengineering. Look where I am. I'm stuck building fairy tale creatures in a theme park. I'm wasting away here while others are profiting from my work. All I do is put flesh and bone atop these poor puppets so that humans can play pretend.
Well, I have to hand it to you. Your puppets are the most realistic I've ever seen. I mean, even down to the way they breathe. You've done some pretty amazing stuff with these cyborgs.
Nathan, these are not cyborgs. Cyborg is a living being who's been enhanced by technology. This is a biohybrid, a sophisticated machine that has organic material incorporated into its design. It's elegant and powerful, beautiful creations, but here they are abused, violated, and underappreciated. They're made to look like ogres and elves and gnomes, only to be tossed around like children's toys. They deserve so much more. I deserve so much more.
Well, let's see what I can do to get you so much more.
Do you think I'm a fool? I do not easily forget my captors. Your father put me here, remember? Do you also remember how I ended up here?
Of course I do. That's why I'm here. I'm not about to ask you to risk everything for nothing. I'm willing to get you out of here. Maybe even get you set up somewhere with folks who will help you conduct your research.
And what assurances do you offer me that your father won't find me?
How about access codes to the station? You'll know he's found you before he can get to you. You can stay one step ahead.
If I were to help you, we would need to get some things in order first.
Does that mean you'll help me?
I'll help you. But first, you must help me.
Are you seriously about to Mando me?
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. What do you need?
I need your commanding presence. My Dark Knight is being repaired at the moment, but we have customers who are being rather insistent that they must play through his dungeon immediately. I need you to play the part.
You want me to be a park employee?
Well, it must be providence as to how you arrived in just the right time, don't you think?
I'm surprised you believe in something like providence.
Nathan, I simply don't presume to understand the natures of the universe. Will you do it or not?
I don't understand why we need to worry about these nerds. Let's just get you out of here.
I will not leave with you with alarm bells ringing. If I'm to leave here, I'll need some time to gather what I need, as well as time for us to get plenty of distance between us and here. Satisfying these patrons is what buys us that time. What do you say, Sir Knight?
Will I get hurt?
Of course not. You'll be wearing the same armor the Dark Knight wears. Do you honestly think I'd put one of my children in danger?
Okay, let's do it.
Shelley! Mary! Bring in the suit.
Of course, Doctor. Right away, Doctor.
Oh, you have assistants. Oh, and they're fairies.
Shelley will guide you through the encounter through the helmet. It shouldn't take very long unless you get a relentless pontificator.
That's the suit? Okay, it does look pretty badass. Okay then, suit goes on, wasting no time.
Well, these guests are already through a good portion of the dungeon. You'll travel by pod to get there in time. It'll take you directly to the throne room.
Don't you worry, Nate. I'll take care of you.
Thanks, Shelley.
I'm Mary, silly.
Right, silly me.
Step into the pod.
Has anything living ever ridden on this thing?
If it's good enough for my intricate creatures, it's good enough for a bag of flesh.
Impeccable bedside manner, Doctor.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
Ow.
Are you okay, Nathan?
I'll be okay. Just tell me what I need to do and let's just get this over with.
Well, the guests are just 2 rooms away. Once they arrive, I'll do the talking.
Oh, good. I was never one for improv.
It would be wonderful if you could attempt to match your movements to the words as I speak them. It's important to maintain the illusion for your guests.
I'll do my best. So, are they going to attack me? How does all this work?
The entire park is covered in millions of sensors that react to what the guests decide to do. Each chamber is equipped to produce all effects necessary, such as fire, ice, electricity, poison gas.
Poison? I thought this was a game.
No, not real poison, silly. You made me laugh. No, all of our effects are perfectly safe. As for any blunt force our guests may inflict upon you, the Dark Knight armor should absorb enough to keep you from any real harm.
Well, that's both reassuring and not. Do I at least have something to defend myself?
Of course! Your sword of doom is leaned against the throne behind you.
Oh. This is not bad at all. Bring on the nerds.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. Did you see that ghoul's head spin around and fall off? It was hilarious.
Oh, get ready for the best part.
At last, you have made it to my sanctuary. You, Sir the demon slayer, and you, sleep duck. Prepare to face the almighty power of my blade.
Listen here, Dark Knight of the Realm of Shadows. Your reign of terror has come to an end. We will not benefit you.
I hate this place.
Prim Miramore, I cannot sense Nate's energy on the station.
According to Nate's earpiece, he is now located within one of the station's lower levels, participating in one of the park's attractions.
That is a surprise. Nate made it very clear how much he disliked that place. Do you think he's there against his will?
It's unclear. We should be prepared to escape if there is any sign of danger.
Please don't leave Nate behind. Nate is in just as much danger as you and Tio. He will find a way to get you the help you need. He has proven to be resourceful in the time he spent with Tio.
You really do have so much faith in Nate.
Nate freed this young one from enslavement. He has shown himself to be very caring towards Tio and wants what's best for them. If you would like, Tio would give you permission to re-enter his consciousness and see for yourself what Tio has witnessed.
We know what you were doing. We see your intentions. We saw how you reacted to our presence inside your mind. We understand what you missed from your previous connection with your people.
Ligalologos are not meant to be separate. They are not accustomed to individuality. On their home planet, the Ligalologo focus on each other, each looking after the whole. They do not know what it is like to look after themselves. When you entered Tio's mind, he was no longer alone. This young one will never function properly alone. He needs guidance, a pod, a family.
Tio, you are not incapable of functioning on your own. Believe us when we say that you are more than you believe you are. We used to be like you. In the earliest days of our known history, we too were connected so strongly that we lost our individuality. We became as one being. It took us generations to recover our identities. We, Miramore, are a symbol of that. We are a collective of like-minded beings who share not only a goal, but a belief system. We are together alike, but we are still all individuals.
You all... It's so much to process. This young one struggles to understand. He has accumulated information on so many. So much about the lives of humans, Marans, Ceripians, Gordonans, but so much of it does not make sense to him. Why they behave the way they do. Of all of the places Tio has learned about, none are like their home. It all seems insurmountable.
Hello, Tio.
Miramore, you've decided to help me. But I only sense one of you.
That's because I volunteered to help you. I have separated from Miramore and become someone different. I want to dedicate myself to helping you become your own being. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Very much. Thank you. What is your name?
Well, we don't have individual names. We haven't needed them, since our connections are strong enough to not require them. We've only created the name for Miramore so that we could reference ourselves to others. Should we find a name for me?
That would be nice. This young one may have to reference you to me.
Okay. So what should my name be?
Your voice sounds female. Warm. Comforting. Tio would like to suggest Delia. This is Nate's mother's name. He's often mentioned her as a warm and comforting female.
Wonderful. Well, Tio, you just may have made your first decision as an individual. I will now be referred to as Delia.
Performers of this episode include Matthew Bass, Darby Gwynn, Tara Evaker, Brianna Bass, John Urbanek, Mark Urbanek, Eric Garby, Andrew Dylan Ray, Kelsey Hook, Dana Strickland, and Bethany Rowe. To further invest in our story, visit patreon.com/Civitanum7 for early access to the latest episode, character bios, and more. And now, an out-of-context scene to add further intrigue.
Who you betting on?
I'm all in on Lilith.
What, really? Look at the size of the other guy. What's his name, Costa? He's gonna make a face look like roadkill.
The guy's too slow and obvious. Lilith's gonna hurt him. Just wait. And there you go. Nice lesson for you.
Hey, Eddie! You said it was a sure thing!
Here's a water. Amazing as usual.
Thank you. It was a good fight. Had he spent a single day with a speed bag, he might have had me.
You sure earned respect with this group.
Well, Ed gave me permission to recruit outside the Corps, so I thought I'd get the toughest guys from the neighborhood, and some of them forgot who I was, so they needed reminding. Any news on Nathan?
Yes, security pinged his ship on Faeloria just before your fight started.
Why didn't you tell me then?
And missing your fight? No way! I just made 50 credits. Besides, you would have ordered us to head to Faeloria, and I took it upon myself to give that order.
And that's why you were number one. Faeloria, of all places. Why would he go to that nerd pit? Fenty.